Hello and welcome to today's episode, where we dive into a topic that's both crucial and often overlooked by many service dog owners in Australia: maximizing your service dog insurance claim success. Picture yourself in a cozy Melbourne cafe, sipping on a flat white and chatting with another service dog owner. They're a bit flustered, having just received their latest insurance bill and realizing they missed a claim deadline or misunderstood some policy details. It's a feeling many of us have shared, right? And it's mostly avoidable if you know what to look for. Service dog insurance claims here in Australia have gotten pretty complex lately, especially with new regulations and policies that have been coming in throughout 2024 and 2025. What worked even a couple of years ago might not be the best approach anymore, given the changes in veterinary costs and insurance policies across different states. Let's get into the heart of the matter. One of the biggest issues is not just understanding your policy, but really understanding it thoroughly. I've seen so many service dog owners over my 12 years of experience overlook the complexity of what's actually covered. There's this assumption that everything related to their service dog should be reimbursed, but that's not always the case. Insurance companies have their own specific criteria and exclusions. And knowing these nuances is crucial. In fact, over 60% of Australians don't even have pet insurance, often because of the cost. And for those who do, navigating the fine print can feel like a full-time job. Now, service dogs have unique needs compared to regular pets. They require specialized training and ongoing maintenance, which adds layers of complexity that standard pet insurance policies weren't initially designed to handle. Many policies still treat service dogs like companion animals, which can lead to significant coverage gaps when you need it the most. Plus, the insurance landscape here is changing. New providers are entering the market, and existing ones are restructuring their policies. So what your neighbor's policy covered last year might not be available now. And seemingly identical coverage between providers can have vastly different practical applications when it comes to claim processing. So what can you do about it? First and foremost, get to know your policy inside and out. It sounds basic, but you'd be surprised how many skip this step. Familiarize yourself with the specific language, terms, and conditions. Does it cover routine vet visits, or is it strictly emergencies? Are there caps on services or annual limits? Some policies might cap payouts for specific conditions or have annual limits, while others might offer higher reimbursement rates, even up to 100% in some cases. Pay close attention to the definition of pre-existing conditions, which can vary significantly between providers. Some insurers consider any symptom or condition that appeared before coverage began as pre-existing, while others only exclude formally diagnosed conditions. This distinction can make all the difference between a successful claim and a frustrating denial, especially for service dogs who might have had minor health issues during their training. Another important tip is to establish a good relationship with your insurer. I know it sounds a bit old school in our digital age, but having a contact person or at least a clear line of communication can be incredibly helpful when you need to file a claim. They can clarify policy details, help navigate tricky situations, and offer insights that aren't immediately obvious in the policy document. Many insurers now offer dedicated customer service representatives for complex cases, and service dog claims often fall into this category due to their specialized nature. Consider scheduling an annual policy review call with your insurer, especially if your service dog's role or health needs have evolved. This proactive approach can help identify potential coverage gaps before they become costly problems. During these calls, ask specific questions about scenarios relevant to your situation, like specialized equipment needs or travel between states. It's interesting to note that many claims get denied because of preventable issues like clerical errors or late submissions. So keep meticulous records of all expenses related to your service dog. Receipts, detailed vet reports, and comprehensive notes can be crucial when providing evidence for your claims. From personal experience, having a well-organized digital or physical file can speed up the claims process and drastically reduce denial chances. It might take some upfront effort, but it pays off later. Create a systematic approach to your documentation. Include not just receipts, but photos of any injuries or conditions, notes about symptoms and their progression, and copies of all communications with veterinary professionals. Many successful claimants use cloud-based storage systems that allow them access from anywhere, valuable during emergencies when quick claim submission is crucial. And here's something you might not know. Some insurance providers offer discounts if your service dog has completed specific obedience or health certifications. Definitely worth checking with your insurer, as this could not only reduce your premiums, but also potentially increase your claim success rate. Some providers offer up to 15% discounts for dogs with current certification from recognized Australian service dog organizations. And these certifications can also be valuable documentation for claims related to behavioral or training issues. Timing, too, is critical. Understanding your policy's claim submission deadlines and processing timelines can prevent unnecessary stress and potential denials. Most insurers require claims to be submitted within 90 days of treatment, but some offer longer periods for complex cases. However, the sooner you submit, the faster you'll receive reimbursement, which is important as emergency veterinary treatments can easily exceed $2,000 to $3,000. Lastly, don't be afraid to challenge a denied claim. Many take the first no and feel defeated. But if you truly believe your claim is valid, gather all your documentation, review the denial reasons, and appeal. It's a bit of extra work, but it's often worth the effort. The appeals process usually involves submitting additional documentation or clarification about the treatment's necessity. In many cases, a detailed letter from your veterinarian explaining why the treatment was necessary can make all the difference. And there we have it, a comprehensive guide to navigating the sometimes murky waters of service dog insurance in Australia. By understanding your policy, maintaining good communication with your insurer, and keeping meticulous records, you can maximize your insurance claim success and avoid those frustrating pitfalls. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you found these insights helpful. Until next time, take care.